Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the characteristics of gaseous state. In the gaseous state, the particles of gases do not have fixed shape. Means gases don't have any shape of their own. They acquire the shape of container in which they are filled. You take the example of balloon. A variety of balloon, they have different shape, but all of them have air inside. This shows that the same air has acquired different shapes depending on the size of balloon. Now the second property is gases have maximum fluidity. Fluidity means tendency to flow, and least rigidity. Rigidity means hard. Gases have a tendency to show maximum fluidity because interparticle space between the gaseous molecules are maximum. So forces of attraction are very weak. So fluidity is large and rigidity is negligible. Now the third property of a gas is the gases don't keep their volume and they are highly compressible. It means the interparticle distance in the gaseous state are very large, so they can be changed by applying the pressure. Gas can be easily compressed on applying a pressure. It means a change in pressure can bring about a change in volume. So we can see that the gases don't keep their volume. Here you take the example like LPG. LPG means liquefied petroleum gas. It is the mixture of different gases like propane, butane, etc. These gases are highly compressed, that they are in liquefied form. When the regulator is open, the liquid escapes from the nozzle of the cylinder into the space where the pressure is less. So there is a sudden increase in the volume and liquid changes into gaseous state. The released gases get mixed with oxygen from air and ignite when burned. So LPG gas is highly compressible. Now next characteristics is gases are generally very light as compared to solid and liquid. Because interparticle space between the gas molecules are very large, so volume of a given mass of a gas is large, so density is equal to mass by volume. So density is inversely proportional to volume. If volume increases means large, then density small. It means gases are very light. Now the next characteristics is kinetic energy of particle is very high. It means the interparticle space is more in gaseous state and interparticle force are very weak. So due to this, the particles of a gas can move freely from one place to another place. So it shows a zigzag like motion. So when the temperature increases, kinetic energy of the molecule increases. So we can say that the gas molecules have very high kinetic energy. Now next is pressure. Means gases exert pressure. The pressure of a gas is because of heat which their particle record on the wall of the container. Means the particle, when the temperature increases, kinetic energy of the molecules increases. Then molecules strike on the wall of the container with a great force and they exert pressure. So due to this, the gas molecules have exert pressure. And the last characteristics of gaseous state is diffuse rapidly. Means gases diffuse very rapidly because the interparticle space are very large and interparticle force are very weak. So the particle of one gas can move into the empty space of another gas. So gases have maximum diffusion property. Here we take the example like the fragrance of burning agarbatti spreads all around due to the process of diffusion of smoke released from the agarbatti into the air. So it can easily spread out. Diffusion means intermixing of particles. Second example you will take spread a perfume at one corner of a room. So the particle of perfumes are easily diffused into the whole room. Other examples of gases are air, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, LPG, CNG, etc. Now, the next topic is the comparison between the three states of matter. These are the property of solid, liquid and gas. How will you differentiate? First property, definite shape and volume. So as we know, solid have fixed shape but fixed volume. Liquid state, it has definite volume but not definite shape. Gases, it has neither definite shape nor definite volume. Second, nature. Solid are very hard, means rigid. Liquid state have the property of fluid. Gaseous state that are highly fluid. Next property, interparticle space. In case of solid, particles are closely packed, so space are very less. In case of liquid, particles are loosely packed, so the space is large as compared to solid. But in case of gases, particles are very loosely packed, so a very large space is present between the gaseous particle. Next is interparticle force. In case of solid, it is very strong because particles are closely packed. In case of gases, it is weak because particles are loosely packed. In case of gases, it is very weak because more space is available between the gaseous particle. Next is density. Density means it is lighter or heavier. Means density is equal to mass by volume. Density is directly proportional to mass but inversely proportional to volume. In case of solid, density is very high, except ice. Ice is a solid but it floats on water. Because ice have some pores structure, so the volume increases, density decreases. So it is lighter. In case of liquid, density is less as compared to solid. In case of gases, density is very less. Next point, sixth point is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy in case of solid, that is low because particles are closely packed. So kinetic energy is very low. In case of liquid, particles are loosely packed, so the particles move easily, so the kinetic energy is high. In case of gases, particles are very loosely packed, so it can easily move, so its kinetic energy is very high. Next process is diffusion. Diffusion means intermixing of particle. In case of solid, it is negligible because tightly packed particles. In case of liquid, very slow because they are loosely packed. In case of gases, very fast diffusion takes place because particles are very loosely packed. They can intermix with each other easily. Next point is compressibility. Compressible means dabana. In case of solids particles are closely packed, so compressibility is negligible. In case of liquid, particles are loosely packed, so very small compressible is there. In case of gases, gases are very loosely packed, so they are highly compressible. You can compress very easily. So all these points are the comparison of the three states of matter. These are very important for your exam. Student, please revise these differences. Thanks.